Welcome to the greatest match of your life. You versus your bank account. You versus late-stage capitalism. You versus the cost of living, your childhood trauma, and your obsession with iced coffee. This isn't just a soccer match. This is Personal Finance FC, and you? You didn't even warm up. No substitutions. No extra time. No fancy cleats. Just that one pair of shoes you can wear to work, weddings, and walking home in the rain. Let's kick off. You jog onto the pitch. Fresh pay in your account. 1,950 pounds, boom. You feel rich? Briefly. The crowd roars. It's payday. Your brain immediately thinks, how do I celebrate? As if the money was a birthday gift instead of rent in a costume. You check your balance one last time and whisper, don't blow it all this month. Whistle blows. Boom. Rent comes charging in. Studs up. Breaks your shin and steals 1,250 pounds before you even see the ball. You didn't get a chance to dribble. Welcome to finance. You try to recover. Limping. Clutching what's left of your paycheck like a championship medal. You try to pass the ball to budgeting, but budgeting is that clumsy player still writing everything down in a notebook with unicorns on it. He panics under pressure. He's been marking down 50 pounds for groceries for the last 3 years, and he still acts shocked when a broccoli costs £1.80. The coach is shouting tips from the sidelines. Coach YouTube. Cut back on streaming. Use cashback apps. Try a no-spend challenge. Meanwhile, your electricity bill has entered the chat like, hi, I'm 230 pounds now. Cool. Desperate, you pass the ball to impulse buying. Bad idea. He sprints straight to Amazon, dodging logic, budget apps, and all your long-term goals. Let's buy a ring light. You might start a YouTube channel one day. Oh look, those LED cloud lights are on sale. You deserve sushi. You've had a hard life. Now you've got 2 new parcels coming and 160 pounds less. And you still don't own a screwdriver or toothpaste. Then comes inflation. Oh, inflation. The Zlatan of your nightmares. Tall, terrifying, and always scoring, even when you think you've got him covered. He runs through your pantry like, that pasta you love, up 40%. Petrol? LOL? Want a pint? That's a mortgage now. He nutmegs your salary while holding a Tesco receipt that reads, you saved 4 pence today. Incredible. Maybe I'll retire in 2015. You turn around, dazed, and just when you think it can't get worse, surprise expenses appears, unmarked, unscouted, unforgiving. Your tire explodes on the motorway. Your laptop blue screens mid-Zoom interview. Your cousin decides to have a destination wedding in Greece during peak summer. It's only 500 pounds, she says, like we all have emergency Greek wedding funds tucked in our socks. Now you're defending your net with anxiety and a credit score made of hopes and unpaid Klarna. You look to the bench. Desperate. You call in credit card. He arrives in a tuxedo, gold-plated boots, and a voice smoother than jazz at midnight. Why stress? I'll cover it. You can pay me later. You give him the ball. He scores you a new phone, a weekend trip, and a sense of false power. Then he winks and says, minimum payment 38 pounds. Interest? Eternal. Now you're bleeding money. The opposing team has you surrounded. Lifestyle creep is on your heels, whispering, you're earning more, you deserve more. Comparison culture is up in your DMs, flexing Dubai, Dior, and debt. Buy now, cry later is handing out Zara bags like candy. You're trying to survive with a Monzo pot labeled do not touch. But you've touched it 4 times this week and renamed it We Move. You regroup. You remember you read something on Reddit about financial discipline. You summon Frugality. He shows up in a sweater from 2003 and glasses held together with tape. He meal preps like a chef on parole, walks everywhere, and brings his own tea bags to work. He's weird. But he blocks every non-essential purchase like a brick wall. You start listening to him. You make coffee at home. You unsubscribe from 5 streaming services and pretend books are entertaining. You feel the tiniest glimmer of control. But then, out of the mist comes student loans. Limping, wheezing, still demanding money. You owe him 47,000 pounds for a degree that taught you how to argue about ethics and cry in Microsoft Word. You haven't made a dent in 5 years. He just stands there, breathing heavily, whispering, your interest is compounding. Halftime. You crawl off the field, broken, overdrafted, sobbing into a meal deal. Your coach says, don't give up, just start investing. Great. With what? Vibes? You try to read up on ETFs, REITs, and index funds, but it feels like decoding the matrix. You open an investing app and close it immediately. Too many graphs, too many acronyms. You go back to scrolling memes. Second half, you come back angry, determined. You bring on discipline. He's terrifying. Drinks black coffee, wakes up at 4 a.m., and hasn't tasted sugar in 6 years. He deletes all your delivery apps, puts your card in a bowl of water in the freezer, locks your door every Friday night. It's working until payday. And suddenly, treat yourself. United breaks through your defenses and scores with a 3 a.m., 42-pound Uber Eats order you don't remember placing. Eventually, something shifts. You start reading books with titles like The Millionaire Mindset and Rich People Don't Cry Over Pasta. You don't understand half of it, but you pretend you do. Because pretending is the first step to becoming. You start using terms like financial runway, cash flow, asset allocation. No one knows what you're talking about, not even you, but it sounds impressive. And then you get a raise. It's not life-changing, an extra 200 pounds a month, just enough to make you think you're rich, just enough to start spending like a maniac again. New trainers, nicer wine, spontaneous hotel bookings. By the end of the month, you have 12 pounds 46 pence in your account and 46,000 Avios points. Congratulations. You're broke, but elevated. You start reflecting. You realize most of your spending wasn't about need. It was about numbing. You were buying comfort, buying validation, buying time. Now you stop asking, can I afford it? You start asking, does this move me forward? And sometimes, the answer is still Greg's. But now, it's intentional. You rebuild your team. Emergency fund gets promoted from 32 pounds in a jar to a real savings account. Debt snowball starts crushing your smallest balances first. Investments walks on, quiet but deadly. Turns 50 pounds into 52 pounds without you doing a thing. You still mess up. You still spend too much on a night out. You still panic when your council tax letter arrives. But now? Now you recover faster. You stop chasing quick wins. You embrace boring consistency. Saving is boring. Investing is boring. Being responsible is boring. But being broke is terrifying. You finally get it. You're not playing to be rich tomorrow. You're playing to be okay forever. Suddenly, things look different. You pass a Zara window and don't twitch. You decline a night out because your goal is bigger than your FOMO. You hit 1,000 pounds in savings for the first time. You walk around like royalty. It's not wealth, it's stability. And stability is a high no one talks about. You learn new strategies, automate your savings, give every pound a job. Build a fun fund so you don't explode from discipline. Track your spending like a private investigator with trust issues. You get strategic. You're no longer reacting, you're orchestrating. You realize retirement isn't some fuzzy idea, it's a deadline, and you're behind. So you start putting away 100 pounds a month. You don't understand all the graphs, but you don't care anymore. You're not trying to beat the market, you're trying to beat being 65 and terrified. Your mindset shifts. Money stops being an enemy. It becomes a tool. It's not about hoarding, it's about designing freedom. It's about choosing your boss, choosing your home, choosing your life. You stop playing scared. You start playing smart. You're no longer chasing perfection, you're chasing progress. No more guilt every time you spend. No more panic when the fridge makes a weird noise. You're not rich, but you're calm. And in this economy, calm is a luxury car. So yeah, if finance was a soccer game, you'd be the sweaty underdog, sliding around in borrowed boots, cramping halfway through, but still in it. Because you've learned how to defend your peace, how to pass on purpose, how to play long-term, and eventually, you're not just surviving the game, you're controlling it. The final whistle hasn't blown yet. But when it does, It won't be some explosion of fireworks. It'll be you, logging into your bank account and finally exhaling.